When I first decided I wanted to play football, I was probably in like 5th grade, but I didn't start playing football until I got to high school actually because I was too big for Pop Warner.
I was probably 10 years old when I won my first championship with the Coventry Comets is where I played my Pee Wee football at. That's when I really started to like the game a lot.
From the age of 2 or 3, or whenever I can remember, I was in and out of foster care. I really got serious with football my 10th grade year in high school.
I remember vividly being 6 years old. Yeah, I was actually watching a Chiefs game. You know, I don't remember much, but I do remember that I was watching a Chiefs game and I told Dad that I was going to play in the NFL one day. And that's just always been a dream.
It was very important growing up in the area I grew up in. It was kind of a tough area, and you know, all the guys that I hung with, some of them played sports, some of them didn't. And you know, I was kind of one of the biggest guys out the group. So from middle school on to senior high, I kept playing football.
It was fun. Nobody could catch me, and I just ran as fast as I could. And I remember my mom, she told me, she said, whenever you got the ball, run like a dog is chasing you. And that's kind of how I played the game.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy for me to think about all the scholarships that were coming in because, you know, when I first wanted to play, all I did was want to play, and that's it. You know, I wasn't thinking about anything in the future. I didn't think about, you know, having football take me further in life.
12th grade in high school, I thought to myself that, you know, now I have so many schools, you know, coming in to talk to me. I can take the next step. I can do this on the next level if I really put my effort into it.
You know, draft weekend is an incredible experience. One that I don't want to do again, but you know, to say that you've been drafted or to say that you had the ability to get drafted is something that they can really, you know, hold their head high on.
That whole process, it was annoying at times, but for me, I kind of just wanted to enjoy it because you only get to do it once. So that's kind of how I, you know, had the mindset. That whole process was just to have fun and just enjoy everything that's happening. Hearing
that I was going to be like a top 5, top 10 pick, I think it feels great, you know, going into that situation where a lot of guys don't have the same opportunity. But you know, draft day, you know, all the guys after a while started, you know, getting into their suits, and then the butterflies started kicking in, and, you know, knowing that we're about to get drafted within a few hours.
I thought we looked so fly. That's the one thing that I was thinking about how good we looked just walking that carpet. When I was sitting there, I was just waiting to hear my name. You know, that was the one thing that I wanted, was just to hear my name being called and walk that stage and put that hat on. It's something that I've dreamed of, something I've watched so many times, and to know that my time was coming, I was just ready for my name to be called.
I was just waiting out the time and the moment for it. So that was my biggest thing of, you know, knowing when and where. So I was just kind of on my toes with that. So
waiting on that call, I'm literally looking back and forth at my phone. Sometimes it'll buzz from a text, and I'm like, oh, that's not it, okay.
Well, I was actually sitting there, I was talking to my mom, me and my mom was having a conversation, and the phone rang, and we both jumped.
As soon as my phone rang, like everybody in the room just turned.
You know, when that phone rang, I had to actually let it ring a few times because I didn't know if it was actually happening. And I don't know, it felt crazy.
Next thing I know, someone hands me my phone and tells me, your phone's ringing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then I look at it and it say New Jersey on it. I'm like, what team is in New Jersey? And then I stop and I'm like, oh, the New York Jets calling me.
I got the call, and it was like everything just fell into place. Nothing else mattered at that point. Like, it was like the world stopped.
I was actually still outside. When I got the phone call, I was on the phone talking. So at the time they had ran across the screen, and like all my family just ran outside making a lot of noise, and I was still on the phone, so I couldn't really react how I wanted to react, but they did all that for me. So.
When I got the call, man, I got excited. I knew that I was getting drafted, and now I'm on the NFL team, and now my journey is, you know, getting ready to start. And you know, once I told my family, we all jumped up, and when we heard my name, it was a wrap from there.
It rang for a couple of times. They was like, answer it. I'm like, okay, I'm answered. And next thing I know, I'm just speechless. Like, I don't, like, someone comes on the phones and tell me, hey, this is so-and-so from the New York Jets. I'm like, I almost fainted. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I almost fainted. I had a couple of friends hold me up, and it was just a remarkable moment. It was crazy.
When I picked the phone up, you know, they were telling me that they weren't expecting me to, you know, drop that far and stuff like that. So they were saying that it's going to be an easy choice for them, and I'm really excited to be here now.
Just walking that stage, it meant everything. Just everything that I've put into this game and put into getting to where I am now, it all paid off.
It meant the world to me to actually get that call because, you know, I never thought I would, you know, actually make it. Like, I thought I would, you know, make it far enough, but not make it actually to the NFL, and it was, it's crazy.
You know, I almost had a flashback right after I got drafted and thought about, you know, how many steps and hard work and, you know, just pushing through so many hard times. And, you know, it took a lot to get here, and I'm glad that it paid off.